to start with a quote by the Dalai Lama. Today, more than ever before, life may be characterized by a sense of universal responsibility, not just nation to nation and human to human, but human to other forms of life. That's what I'm here to talk about. I'm passionate about wildlife conservation, other forms of life. In the last 10 years, I've done everything I can to learn as much as I can about it. I read books, I talked to experts, I've gone to conferences and traveled the world. I wanted to see for myself what's going on in these places. I visited chimpanzees in Uganda. I visited mountains gorilla families in Rwanda. Everywhere I go, the root cause of the dwindling numbers of these species is human population pressure. A recent visual example I saw of this is in Uganda, with farms going up the hillside right to the boundary of many national parks, part of the last remaining habitat for the mountain gorilla. Let's talk about population. With 6.7 billion people in the world today, expected to rise to 9 or 10 billion just in the next 40 years. The problem is we already got a billion people who don't have enough to eat. What is gonna be like when we increase the pressure, the human population pressure by another 50%? So I think we're gonna have more conflicts, more worries, overcast resources, less drinking water per person. We're gonna have less food per person, more disease and suffering. Now it's difficult to comprehend, but that's suffering at global scale when people are talking about billions of people. I know it's suffering to think about. It is future we want to leave for our children and grandchildren. I don't think so either. So let's steer toward to a better future. Some are very wrong that our reward for our generation is to learn to live in on planets at least benignly. And why would we do that? One reason we would do that is that our fellow living things who happen not be a human. They don't have a representative in Congress. They don't have a lobbyist in Washington. They don't have a voice at the table. And yet they are completely dependent for their survival on our goodwill, much like children. Let's talk about our country population and our wildlife. We had about 5 million people in our country around 1800 and about 290 million people in 2000 in Monaco. At the conference, I met the scientist Andrea Laborate, who has done fascinating work comparing wildlife science in the 1700s and 1800s in our country to how our wildlife ran today in our country. This chart, the pinkish area, I'm not sure how to look at here, are where we used to have black bears. The yellow area where they still are today, you see there have been lots of recession there. This is for gray wolf. We used to have gray wolves run out over the world. The pinkish area you can see on the chart. Not so today. We used to have a really bears running over about half of our country. As you see, they receded. We don't have them in this 2000 years ago. That yellow island area, that would be a great Yellowstone ecosystem. Let's look at the summary map. Let's look at it right here. Red is good, green is bad, white is very bad. So you can see we lost a lot of species in our countries. The white area means on our wildlife lookcast. In this case, in this 1800s, is it normal? Do you think it's normal not to have a wildlife running around us all the time in our country? That's not normal. Let's bring it home here to the forests of Colorado. Today, we used to have wild bison. They're gone. We used to have gray wolf. They're gone. We used to have ceramic-less letters looking. So we have to have grizzly bears. Could have been right outside. They're gone. We used to have lynx, the cats. Gone. Maybe they are not living. We used to have black feathers, depends on fairy dogs for their survival. Gone. We used to have the beautiful little birds on the mountain floor, also gone. This all suffering information, so what can we do? We can choose a better future. Let's apply the empathy that we have for our cats, dogs, and other pets to endangered species like chimpanzee, but endangered species. Let's have fewer children. That's one of the most important. I didn't expect response. That's one of the most powerful things that we can do in the United States. If we want to have kids, great, let's have two. If we want to more than two kids, let's adopt. What else can we do? Well, we won't go there. So what can we do? We can have education girls and provide economic opportunity to women in developing countries. Amen. When we do that, though ladies to have small love families and health, more nutrition, more healthcare, more education for their kids, and the impact on the global population huge. Finally, we can give more to our planet. We can give half of our donation, let's say, to people and people-related causes, and half of donations to the planet, to ocean conservation, to wildlife conservation. I want to mention, by the way, that today we only give about 2 to 5% of all giving that goes to the environment and wildlife as a category. You've been very patient with some type of difficult topic. I just want to say that the thing to think about, how do we change as a species, what do we do? So that the following living who happen not be a human can fly alongside us 100, 500, and that's 1,000 years from now. Thank you very much.